Hi, Philip. How you doing? So I want to look at your work, but I just want to show you something first, and that's this right here. This is critique, week 2 critique projects 1 and 2. So, so don't forget this is your sketch 2 for that gatefold brochure. This project right here, this pamphlet. So don't forget we have to have your sketches in here sometime. Like, well, they're due today, Wednesday. So food for thought. Okay, let's go to your layout. Okay, and you've got your cover page. I'm gonna just bring that down a little bit. Okay, so you've got your feature spread, and I want to talk about the typography and the page mechanics, the page layout. The first thing I want to say is that I think that right now I think that you're using this good solid 2-column grid, and that's 2 columns per page. Here's 1 and here's 2. And that's pretty good. You're sticking to it pretty good throughout this right page. Now, the one thing I want to mention is that you've got these 2 type columns. One starts way up here, and then one starts right here. So, I mean, that's okay if you want all your type on the right-hand side of the spread. I want you to consider using the left-hand side of the spread maybe to start your text. So, in other words, what you're going to be doing is thinking about maybe using 4 text columns, okay, 2 per page, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then using this area here to really compose this typographic little composition here, call it a wolf, and then you start your 2-column spread there, and then continue over here, and that leaves this whole area for you to do what you wish with images. That's certainly one consideration. And one thing I want you to do is I'm going to show you something in a second, a little bit of, just a little bit more research. In terms of typography, I think you're fine. I think you're doing pretty well. A lot of things that we're going to change here, though, and I want you to think about while you're still reading through the lectures and this week's materials. Okay, this was right here. That's good. It's demarcating the beginning of that's called a drop cap, only yours isn't dropping. Yours is rising above the text line. So what I want you to do is I want you to research drop cap. And let's get a nice drop cap in there. Good size drop cap so we can really see where the article starts. Remember, it's called drop caps because it drops in to the paragraph. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is rags. And rags are the pattern that these make. The right-hand side uneven margin of your left-aligned right rag type, okay? So when you're adjusting your rags, you really don't want any like wavy patterns like this. Like see how it goes like this, and then it goes in, and then it creates this wave like that. It's almost a shape. It goes like this. You want to avoid that. This one definitely has a shape. It just goes like that. Okay, you want to avoid that, and what you want is, these are pretty good rags here. You want long, short, long, short, long, short, you know, and these are pretty good. These are pretty good too. That line's a little bit long right there. These lines are a little bit long. You don't want them so close that you can't tell that they're staggering long to short. You don't want them so far apart that it's obvious that they're going long to short. But you know, something like this. And you really want to make sure that all of your rags are adjusted accordingly. Another thing I'm noticing here is that you don't have any folios. That's page numbers and bylines. This article is by, okay? So call it a Wolves by Philip, or whoever, your name or whatever author's name you want to put in there, or wherever you decide to put it. Folios are page numbers. Think about call-outs. Call-outs would be the, you would have an area where I'll show you one in a second. But anyways, these baselines aren't aligning. You should probably think about having those align. And then, you know, again, I just really want you to continue experimenting. Okay, let me go from here to showing you a couple of examples. And all I did here, as you can see, I'm interested in this example right here. I know it's Taylor Swift, but I just said sports magazine spread, design inspiration. And it's just hundreds and hundreds of examples here. And I really want you to do a lot of visual research here and just really take a look at these. And there's nothing wrong with with inspiration. There's nothing wrong with looking at these and saying, I wonder if I could work that technique into my layout and have it make sense, okay? I just want you to see this, okay? Image on the right, headline, subhead. Here's your byline. There's a little caption right there, then your byline, and then your drop cap. Okay, so that's a nice looking page, and then the pink is tying it together. Okay, and then this right here is a nice page too. Here's a 3-column grid up here. Then the type on the top is it spans 2 columns, but still adhering to the 3-column grid, which again is beautifully reinforced by these 3 images and this 1 image. So we have a solid 3-column grid over here. Got this nice typographic spread. Got the byline, the subhead. Okay, and then you have the start of the text. Typically, you're going to see that the text typically starts somewhere close to where the title ends. The title and the headline and the subhead. See right there, because we're going to always be in really close proximity. Okay, so think that in mind. Keep that in mind, because I think this might be a little bit of a jump. That's why I'm saying, let's work this area and start your text over here. All right. So, and then page numbers, and then I mentioned that. I think right now that's where I'm at as far as your presentation. Now, please, there's nothing wrong with looking at stuff like this and going, wow, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. So it's fine. I'm perfectly fine. Don't copy, but definitely look for inspiration. All right, that's all I have, man. If you have any questions, get with me. Great start. Looking forward to seeing more. Call outs. Call outs really help break up the work. Look, research call out. CALL out. Call out. All right. Any questions or comments or anything at all? Please get with me. Thanks, Philip.